Today you're going to learn about a translation. Another name for a translation is a slide. This is a rigid motion, which means that the figure is not going to change size or shape. They're congruent to each other. When we look at a translation or a slide, what happens to that shape is that it stays the same size, same shape, same orientation. So if you look at the two triangles on the coordinate plane to the right, every point of that shape must move the same distance and in the same direction. Sometimes we write down the rule using certain notations. And in this case, when you're looking at moving this particular triangle 30 units in the X direction and 40 units in the Y direction, we can rewrite that by taking the X coordinate and adding 30, so that's X plus 30, and the Y coordinate and adding 40, which is Y plus 40. Which says all the X and the Y coordinates become X plus 30 and Y plus 40. In other words, you must add 30 to every X coordinate and 40 to every Y coordinate in order to get the image point. So when you're describing this translation, you're moving 30 units to the right and 40 units up. Here we have triangle PQR that has been translated 4 units right, then 3 units down. The rule for this particular translation is translation, and that's what that T means, of moving the figure 4 units to the right and 3 units down. So we rewrite this as X plus 4 and Y minus 3. So what that means is that every X coordinate will be adding 4 to it, and every Y coordinate you subtract 3. Here we want to write the rule of the translation. In words, we want the triangle ABC was translated 4 units to the left, then 5 units down. So the rule of this translation is we're going to take the X coordinate and subtract 4 and the Y coordinates and add 5. So we end up with X minus 4, comma, Y plus 5. In this example, we have quadrilateral ABCD. We want to write the rule of this translation. When you're writing a rule of a translation, each coordinate is going to move the same distance and the same direction. So you only need to figure out how many units this particular figure has moved left and up. So if we count from point, let's say point A, you're going to count to the left until you get directly under the image, A prime. So this is moving to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units to the left, so that's a -6. And then to get to A prime, that's 1, 2, 3 units up. So therefore that is a +3. So the rule becomes the translation being -6, 3. We're going to take all of the X coordinates and subtract 6, and we're going to take all of the Y coordinates and we're going to add 3. So here's that same quadrilateral where we're actually going to perform the rule in order to get the image point. So we'll start with A first. Right now, A is at 2, negative 2. So if we use this rule to find the image point, you're going to subtract 6 from the x-coordinate, and you're going to add 3 to the y-coordinate. So that's 2 minus 6, which gives you negative 4, and negative 2 plus 3 will give you 1. So our image is going to end up to be negative 4, 1. Now you want to do the same thing with points B, C, and D. Point B right now is at 4, negative 2. So to use that rule here again, you're going to take 4 and subtract 6 and negative 2 and add 3. So our image is ending up to be negative 4, 1. C is at 5, 1. We're going to use that same rule. Take your x-coordinate, which is 5, and subtract 6, and the y-coordinate, which is 1, and add 3. And we end up with the image being C prime, negative 1, 4. And then using that same rule for D, D is at 1, 1. So the image of D is going to take the x-coordinate 1, subtract 6, and then the y-coordinate 1 and add 3. And we end up with the image of D, which is called D prime, negative 5, 4. So anytime you have the rule, you have to make sure that each coordinate is moved in the same direction and the same distance. This completes this lesson. Please go to Canvas and complete the assignment. Have a good day.